Hello everybody, Jester here and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Now, first of all, this is a very different video than what I usually do. Instead of this being a playthrough or a tutorial or a walkthrough, this is actually going to be a tutorial. What I'm going to do now is, on Elder Scrolls Online, I'm going to do a series of tutorials for beginners, which will include crafting, combat, all that sort of stuff, and all like weapon skill lines, stuff like that. And so yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. And so first of all, let's get started by going straight into the first aspect. So if you open up your skills page, you go down to craft, and as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skill lines for crafting. Today we're going to be focusing on blacksmithing, because this is pretty much my specialty in the crafting department. Aside from provisioning, we will cover that in a different episode. We're going to start with blacksmithing. Now, the main skill for blacksmithing is metalworking. This lets you craft different types of metal items. So you start from iron, go up to steel, orichalcum, dwarven, ebony, then all the way up to void stone, which is pretty much the best metal that you can get at the moment. So along with metalworking, you've also got keen eye, which actually makes nearby ores glow, and you've got 3 tiers of that. It starts from, I think, they glow from 20 feet away, then 40, then 80. Okay, maybe not. Well, this is from 40 meters, so that's actually a pretty far distance. Next, you've got mine hireling, and a miner hireling will send you even more ore. Yeah, the miner hirelings will send you ores and tempers and sort of styled materials every day. It sends it once a day, and each skill tree has one of these. Has a hireling. Chemistry, don't they? I thought they did. Well, clothing and woodworking do, and provisioning also does. The hireling. So the miner hireling sends you ores and blacksmithing materials every day. Metal extraction, metallurgy, and temper expertise are all about getting into the crafting, which we will do momentarily. So on to the next aspect of blacksmithing. So, as you wander around your starting area when you first get into the game, you may come across these. This is iron ore. Now, as you can see, the keen eye ore doing its work by making the ore glow. And let me just go ahead and just get rid of this guy real quick. Yes, it makes the ore glow, which makes it easier to spot. But if I did not have the keen eye ore, I would not be able to see this. So you mine up this ore, and you usually get 3 ore for every thing you mine up, but every once in a while you will get 4, as you can see here. So you take these, and I have only got 4 iron ore, but anyways, you go around, you wander about, and you will find these ores throughout the world, randomly scattered about, and they do respawn. And also, you also notice that as you go higher up, see there's another one, as you go higher up the level areas, for example for the Ebonheart Pact, you start out in Stone Falls, iron is very common, but when you get up to the likes of Eastmarch and the Rift, it's very rare to come across ores, so you will have to start buying it from other players. So, yeah, so we've got a bunch of ore, we've actually got 8 ore, so if we find one more ore vein, we will be able to continue to the next stage of this tutorial, although that is easier said than done. Anyway, I'll go ahead and just do that off camera, and I will come back to you guys with the next aspect of blacksmithing when I have got enough ores. Okay, so now that you have got your ores, you have gone around, you have collected up a bunch of iron ore, it is time to go to the Blacksmithing Station. This right here is the armature's upheaval in stone falls, and it is this area's location to get the Death Wind set, which I am currently wearing. Death's Wind, all of this and all of that. And for those of you who don't know, these little areas, once you see a hammer, a chisel crossed out with a flame above it, that means that this is a special crafting area. As you can see, you can do blacksmithing, woodworking, clothing, all of that sort of stuff, and you will get special perks for depending on how many armor items you have. So for Death's Wind set, for 2 items you get 130 armor plus. 3 and 4 items you get 97 maximum health. For 5 items, if struck by a melee attack while below 35% health, nearby enemies are knocked back and stunned for 4 seconds. So that is very useful when you're in a pickle. So let's go ahead and go into the Blacksmithing Station. Here is the interface. As you can see, I've got 5 tabs up here: Refine, Creation, Deconstruct, Improvement, and Research. We will be going through all of these in order. So first of all, what you're going to want to do, click E while hovering over your iron ore, and it will go into here. Now you have to have at least 10 ore to refine. 10 ore equals 1 batch of iron ingots, and as you can see, I got a diamond. That is from one of the perks. The more perks you get from the metal extraction, metallurgy, and temper expertise, that gives you a better chance of getting stuff like the trait materials and style materials and temper materials with each refinement. So anyway, next you've got to create your stuff. So we are going to start off with a simple helmet. Just going to make a simple level 1 helmet, and because we are Argonian, we will start out by knowing the Argonian style. We won't know any of these other styles, so we're going to start out with Argonian. Just going to craft that, and there we go. We have now got a flint helm. Next is the deconstruction tab. This is really useful for grinding. So what you do is, to deconstruct something, you just select it, deconstruct, but of course you need 2 inventory slots, so I can't do that. But what this will do is, it will delete the item, but it will also give you some of the possibly give you some items back in return. For example, the item that it is made out of, perhaps the style material, maybe even a temper if it is a higher color. So that's what the deconstruction does. As I said, it is really good for grinding because you just make a bunch of stuff like daggers, say, just keep on making them, deconstructing them, making them, deconstructing them, and so on, so on. So next we have got improvement. This makes your stuff better. Now usually you would need about 5 or 6 honing stones to get the chance up to 100%. However, because I've got the perks, I only need 3 to get it up to 100%. Now this chance is the chance that it will succeed. If it does, as you can see, the armor goes from 27 to 36. However, if it fails, let's see if it will fail now. It did not, but if it fails, you will lose that item. Yep, it will be deleted and you will get nothing back. So, finally, research. This is really essential if you want to craft these set items from these special crafting stations. What you do is, sometimes you will come across an item with, for example here, right at the bottom of this description, infused. That is a trait, and what you do is, if you have like a melee weapon or a piece of heavy armor that has one of those, you can go to the research tab. If you cycle through, you will see right here, if say you have a dagger with charged, then that will come up as a little 1. Then the charge thing will change from unknown to researchable. So you can unlock that, and it will take time to research. This one's got 1 day left, which is gauntlets, researching well fitted, and once that's finished researching, I will then be able to use that sort of gemstone to add the trait to this armor piece. So as you can see here, if I go to have knowledge, as you can see, This requires 1 hammer trait and 1 more battle axe trait. They each require 2 traits. Yeah, all of the weapons need 2 traits unlocked for you to make them. Same with the armor. So it is really useful to research your traits, because look at all of this. This is really useful. Sure, and then next go ahead and move on to sort of advancing and the different metals that you can get. Okay then, so right here we're going to go through all of the materials, the styles and the traits that you can have. So let's go through them all. Obviously it goes from lower level to higher level. So from level 1 to 14 you use iron, and then from level 16 to 24 it's steel, which is gained by refining high iron ore, which is found in your second leveled area. Next is orichalcum, which is level 26 to 34. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, the levels go up in 2s, so you can't create level 33 gear. You go from level 32 to 34. So that's something to keep in mind. Next is dwarven, which goes level 36 to 44. Then ebony, level 46 to 50. And then we go into the last four materials, which are calcinium, veteran ranks 1 to 3, galatite, veteran ranks 4 to 6, quicksilver, veteran ranks 7 and 8, and then voidstone, veteran ranks 9 through 12. And so those are all of the materials. Obviously voidstone is the most powerful, and iron being the weakest. But next let's go through all the styles, because obviously there is a style for every race, including Breton, Redguard, Orc, Dunmer, Nord, Argonian, Altmer, Bosmer and Khajiit. However, there are also the veteran quote-unquote styles, which include Ancient Elf or Aelid, there's Barbaric, Primal, Daedric and Imperial. Now, if you have the Imperial edition of Elder Scrolls Online, you don't need this. You don't need this this trait or this style, because you can just convert your armor and weapons to Imperial style at will. So, but the normal, the regular racial motifs usually sell in the chat from player to player for about 1,000 a piece, although the veteran motifs can sell for up to 30,000 a piece, and the Imperial I've actually seen it sell for about 50k, 50,000 gold. So that is a lot of money in this game. So next are the traits, and there are a lot of traits. Well, not exactly, but yeah, this is something I never really pay attention to. Usually for armor, I'll just go for either Sardonyx or Exploration or Divines, Garnet or Sapphire. And for weapons, I'll usually go for either the weighted or the sharpened, either or, because those are sort of the ones that I mainly use. Anyway, that is all of that. So that pretty much about does it for blacksmithing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not already to expand the circus, and share this with your friends. And again, if you want to see more tutorial videos for combat, woodworking, clothing, alchemy, pretty much everything in Elder Scrolls Online, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next video. This is Jester, signing off.